Uh, all right, YouTube, this is Lord Zath bringing you another episode of Zath's Replay Theater. And this episode we have Sea Raptor 00 actually with us, so say hi if you want.
Greetings.
And what ship are you in?
Ashitaka!
Oh god, I love when you do those Japanese
Oh, I'm
ship.
sorry, that never gets old.
No, it doesn't. Not at all. Yeah, so are you ready to go?
Show thing.
Alright, so Raptor and I have queued up the same battle on our respective computers, and we're going to hit the home key in 3, 2, 1, home. Alright, so what's your time, sir?
1952 and falling.
Perfect. Alright. So, we are almost perfectly synchronized, and so let's talk about the ship. So, Raptor, what's so special about Ashitaka?
Ashitaka is everyone's favorite old Tier 8 A-hull battleship. This is, of course, essentially the old original stock hull of a Magi that anybody with 2 brain cells to rub together and enough free XP skipped right over because it was terribad.
What was so bad about it?
Honestly, the guns and the pen on these guns was just god awful. And you're gonna see, this is my second game in Ashitaka, and you're gonna see early on. You can see it right now. I have HE loaded, right? I played a game earlier, and I think it was probably a Tier 9 game or something. And I was like, oh my god, I'd forgotten how bad the pen on these shells was. So I go into this game initially like, okay, I'm gonna sling HE for a while, and especially at long range, just to see how it goes.
Sounds good, and I think that might make sense. Ashitaka, especially if you follow some of the other community contributor replay reviews and stuff, most people are hitting the guns and saying that the guns just don't penetrate enough. Their accuracy is piss poor, that kind of stuff. So maybe, you know, HE is the thing to do at long range.
It worked for me in this game. You will see later on I do switch to AP in certain situations at long range, but mostly I reserve the AP for kind of mid-range stuff.
Sounds good. Now, I'm looking at your flags. Looks like you've got a good setup here. You've got repair, booster. You've got speed, commander, less fire damage, consumable, reload, secondaries. The one flag I'm curious about is you've got the flooding one.
When I run battleships, almost every battleship that I play, I run as a kind of a zombie build. So I typically run every single damage reduction thing that I can get. So I run the fire reduction flag, I run the flooding reduction flag, even going into a game knowing that if you get a flood, you're going to repair it, like if your repair is up.
Right.
But I had a game in Tirpitz last week where that flooding flag saved my life because I took a full duration flood in a
Ooh.
Tirpitz.
Ouch.
Yes, it was ugly. I took this torp like literally 3 seconds after I'd hit my repair or something goofy, and it saved my game. I ended up surviving that game on like 3,000 hit points or something stupid.
Speaking of something stupid, that Budioni is still burning.
Yeah, he let that one go for a bit. He did put it out, but it went for a few ticks.
Wow. Okay then, free damage.
Free damage.
Now the other thing too about the Ashitaka is it's a little bit weak against aircraft. And you're kind of lucky that these are tier 6 aircraft carriers and not tier 8.
Extremely lucky. And one of the reasons I made this little loop early on is as I was moving this way, the enemy independents had his torpedo planes like over here, and I was like, no, nope, nope, nope. I'm not going up there by myself with the 6 guys on deck with bottles of sake to throw at those planes. No, thank you.
Bottles of sake. Oh, that's about true. That's definitely this thing does not have the greatest anti-air, does it?
No, it's quite bad.
The one thing that I noticed though it does have is really good turning for a ship this size. Especially sorry, go ahead.
I would say she handles pretty well. I mean, and Amagi, she retains that from Amagi, right? That's just I won't say a quirk of a benefit of Amagi in general. Amagi handles pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Now the fun begins.
Yeah, you've seen a Miyoko, and now you've changed to AP immediately. Even though the Miyoko was a bow onto you, but now he's turning because he probably wants to torpedo you, I'm guessing. And oh look, you're on fire! Now, why did you use your damage control already? Why did you use a repair party?
Ordinarily, in a battleship, when I take my first fire, I will immediately blow a repair, especially if I'm going to let it burn. Because basically, if I,
Nice hit.
Thank you. The value of that heal is essentially the same value as the fire. So I just let them cancel each other out rather than burn my repair right away.
It's an interesting way of thinking.
If I take the second fire, then I'll blow the repair.
Okay. Well, the reason I'm asking is because typically when I play, I'll let it burn first, and then I'll hit the repair party, and I'd probably be up another few thousand hit points right now if I had done that. You know.
Fair point.
Whoa.
Bye, Miyoko.
Yeah, double Citadel. Nice job there, man.
See, and that's a shot that I didn't mind taking with the AP because what, 8 kilometers, 9 kilometers? That's perfectly fine. And of course, there's the torps that we knew he was going to dump.
Right, and it looks like you're going to dodge these just fine. Yep. So you instinctively turned in, knowing that torps were probably coming that way.
Yeah, whenever Miyoko's torpedo angles are terrible. So if he shows you that much broadside, you know they're coming.
Right. Now
this shot was bad.
Yeah, you're definitely
I'm behind
underled.
him.
Yep. But also you're showing a bit of a broadside there, but probably over-rotated trying to get your rear guns in.
Yeah, I got a little greedy there, and now I've got not only this Fuso, and the Fuso's kind of at long range, so yeah. But if you look at south of the Sea Cap, there's a pair of North Carolinas pushing up through there, and they're both looking at me. So I'm like, nope, we're gonna get out of here. I'm
Probably
certainly not
idea.
gonna push up any farther.
Right, and if you're gonna give somebody a broadside, you're better off giving a Fuso a broadside than 2 North Carolinas.
You got it.
And bouncy bounce. And 6K, not bad of an HE salvo.
The HE on this ship really surprised me, and you're going to see a salvo in about 2 or 3 minutes here on one of those North Carolinas where I think it's about 10 or 12,000 salvo out of the HE, and I was like, what? So, yeah.
Nice. Now, I don't know if you're getting a slight replay bug here, but it looks like the turrets don't exactly line up to what when you're aiming and shooting.
I don't have it, but it's very possible. That's very common in replays.
Yeah.
This is the one I was very sad I had HE loaded when this guy did this.
Yeah, see, like my front turrets are looking a different way.
Oh yeah, mine too. Yeah, I see it now.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, it's unfortunate, but you still got a fire on him.
Mm-hmm.
So at least you got something going.
You know, talking about flags, you forgot to mention the most important one.
Which would be?
The coup of boom flag.
Cool boom flag, for those of you guys who don't know, is this flag right here on the rear mast. And that flag was given out by Pigeon of War. Hey, you burned down that guy. It's given out by Pigeon of War, and for all of the wiki editors, we get it automatically. If you want your own coup of boom flag, you have to do something special to impress Pigeon. And maybe that's giving him a really good idea in his pigeon's nest, or helping him out with some sort of project if he asks for it. So, if you want that flag, you can get one.
There it was.
Wow, 11K, nice, and a fire too.
That salvo really surprised me. I had no idea you could get that kind of HE performance out of this ship.
Well, he is full health, so that's all virgin superstructure you nailed.
Yeah.
So you're using a repair party now, and no, he's using premium consumables, which makes perfect sense, especially on a premium ship.
I almost never cheap out to use the regular ones. It's incredibly uncommon.
I used to do that back when I was, flirting around 1 million credits, but now that I'm over like 200 million, who cares?
I've had too many games where that reduced cooldown or that little bit of extra heal or whatever would have kept me in the game longer and made more money. So now I just happily shell out the credits for the better consumables.
Good point. Now I see the Warspite on your team is engaging Aoba and Fuso on the flank there.
Yeah, he's getting tag teamed. He did kill the Benson for me, so that made me very happy.
Now, why did you slow down and stop here instead of turning in? Because normally I would probably turn in at this point since I'm not spotted anymore.
I basically stopped because I'm not spotted, and I wanted to use this island to continue to stay not spotted. Whereas if this thing's pretty quick, right, 30 knots or so, so if I keep moving forward, eventually I'll be spotted again.
Gotcha. And looks like you're thinking he's going to move forward, and I'm agreeing with you. I think he's definitely going to move forward.
Yeah, I noticed. I was like, he's slowing down. His smoke's changing. He's fixing to move back the other way. So I put it just ahead of the superstructure, which was still not a great shot.
Yeah, dispersion says no.
And now the Warspite behind me is dead.
Yep. Looked like you were fixing to use AP on the cruiser, but then he just disappeared.
Yeah, the Alba and the Fuso behind me are going to become a real irritating problem over the next 2 to 3 minutes here.
Yeah, and your team looks like they're doing okay. They're losing on points, but they're ahead on ships, which is important.
The team here actually did okay. They fought for a while. They did finally get ahead and cap B, which took them a while. And all we've really managed to do on this flank, me and the Warspite, and I think there was a destroyer over here at one point, is just kind of keep them from continuing to push around.
Back on fire again. And yeah, I mean, you definitely slowed down that push, right? So that the people on the other side could kind of lumber into position or whatever they're doing.
Right.
Now here you used your repair party again. Is this again your same principle of if I'm going to burn, I might as well heal?
Yeah, it's kind of how when I play battleships, that tends to be how I do it.
Gotcha.
Watch this, North Carolina. You're gonna love this.
You had AP loaded, didn't you?
I had AP loaded.
Oh, this might be dirty.
I was waiting for this shot.
Oh, 18K. Hello. And you did it with an A-hull Amagi.
I know, right? Remember how I was talking about the AP on these guns? That's 17 clicks. So I was really surprised to get that kind of pin out of those shells.
And it's a shame he disappeared right when your guns came back up again.
Yeah, but I took the shot anyway. I was like, he's in there. He's on 8K. I've got to try.
Now,
and of course, I don't hit him.
At this point, you're completely out of repair parties. So what you see is what you get for health. And it's not looking too good.
Well, the North Carolina, I don't think I end up. Somebody else will eventually finish him off because he's quite low, and I think he's out of heals or something. Yeah, he's on about 4K there. I think he takes somebody with him before he goes because they kind of take their time about it.
Yep.
I was really hoping I was going to get the Alba there, but he turned out of it.
Yeah. Jerk.
I'm kind of focused on this guy until I look up. I don't even. At this point, you can see the Budioni. I haven't even noticed him yet. I'm not even looking at him. It hasn't even registered that he's there. Right. He gets to almost like 9 clicks before I realize, oh wait, he's literally in my face.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There he is. Okay, so yeah, 10. It's like at that point I'm like, oh hello.
Yep. And I mean, you're all that is keeping this. What is that, Harikaze alive? Yeah. Because if you're not there, this guy is just gonna push right in, right?
Well, he's gonna continue pushing in, which is really interesting because I'm thinking I'm gonna get this beautiful shot on this Budiani. He's not turning, so I take the shot on the Martel, and then, but I am spotting the Budiani for the Harikaze, who otherwise would not be able to see him.
Okay. Right.
And the Harikaze is going to get his revenge. Just watch.
Well, yeah, because now he can. Probably gonna torp him right as he comes around the corner.
He is. I'm lining up to get the shot, but the Harikaze beats me to it.
Well, at least your secondaries got to shoot for a little bit. And now that felt like it was kind of under lead.
Nope.
Oh my god. Oh, random battles don't ever change.
So at this point, I'm looking at my HP pool, I'm like, okay, I don't want to die and give these guys free points, so I just continue running. At this point, I'm like, crank it up to full. I'll take pot shots, but I am not getting any closer to these guys.
Smart. Yeah, I thought that Aoba would have like sped up because usually cruisers, you know what I mean, like they'll stop for a sec, but then they'll go full speed. They won't just. Oh my.
Yep, there you go. There's that Ashitaka dispersion, baby.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Splish splash.
See,
he's taking a bath.
It's not all fun and games in this ship, kids.
But yeah, you know, I'm surprised that Aoba not only slowed down but also turned in a little bit too.
I was surprised to look over and see him essentially stopped. He was still drifting forward, like very slowly, maybe at a quarter speed, or like he had hit the brakes but was still drifting. So that's why I took the shot just ahead of him, and then he kind of just drifted right into it.
Yeah, that was pretty glorious. Well, 131K. That looks like it's all she wrote.
I don't need to go Shell's land. Yeah.
Nope.
So.
Awesome. Well, thanks for doing the replay with me.
Anytime, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You know, just curious, what would you do differently now that you've played this game and you've watched the battle again? What were the mistakes that you made, if any?
I definitely got, so after I killed the Miyoko, you know, there's the Fuso. I'm getting kind of pushed by the Fuso, the two North Carolinas. We kind of pointed that out. I took more damage from those guys than I should have. I probably should have pulled back, realized I was hanging out on the flank by myself and pulled back faster than I did. I did finally get there, but it took a little while. So that, you know, I probably took 10, 15,000 damage there that I didn't have to take because I was getting beat up by battleships that had good shots on me that I was giving them essentially.
Right.
Beyond that, there's probably only a couple other times that it was like, oh, I wish I had the other ammo loaded, but you know, what can you do? Sometimes it just happens.
Definitely. Great. Well, hey, thanks for sending this replay, and I appreciate you being willing to do this kind of live commentary with me.
Anytime, man. Hey, thanks for doing this. I think we as a community can use it as a chance to kind of just share knowledge and experience to people. And I've seen some. I've loved what you're doing, and I think you should just keep it up. It's fantastic.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And we're getting close to 100 subscribers, so looking forward to doing some giveaways soon and that sort of thing. So awesome.
Sweet.
Well, cool. Well, keep doing your thing, Mr. Wiki Editor Leader, you, and I'll keep doing mine. And you know, let's keep building this and keep building the wiki and all that good stuff. And for those of you guys, did I mention at the beginning you doing the wiki stuff?
I think so. I don't remember. It was 20 minutes ago.
I don't remember either. So
I'll fill everybody in. So technically, I am the wiki editor lead for the English wiki, which is the fancy way of saying I'm the guy who has to herd all the cats.
Yeah.
Pigeon of War on the NA server has recruited, I think, gosh, there's like 14 of us now. It's gotten big.
Yeah.
To kind of be his minions to build and hopefully maintain the official game wiki better. Zath, of course, is with me on that as part of that group, and so we added a couple new wiki editors a couple weeks ago, and we've been doing a lot of good work. We're wrapping up the Pan Asian Destroyer pages, working on the new premiums coming in December, and then I've got some plans to finally finish up the big revamp of the menus on the main page, along with some of the more basic mechanics. We're going through the USNCV line and getting that fixed up, and I'm going to redo the aerial combat page because it's bad. So we're going to get that fixed up as well for folks who want to finally spend some time with carriers.
Awesome. So yeah, as you guys can tell, there's an awful lot going with the wiki, and it never stops. So
nope, this train keeps on going.
That's right. It's good stuff though. So all right, well, thanks for joining us again, Raptor, and for the rest of you guys at YouTube, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, all that YouTube crap. But more importantly, send me your replays. And you know, if you want, when you send me stuff, let me know what you want me to focus on. If there's something you feel like you're not doing right, let me know, and I'll definitely look for it as I do the commentary. Take care, guys.